Welcome back. Last time we stopped here. We are trying to draw a wall. We're trying to draw a house that has doors, that has windows, and that has layers. So what we are going to do today first, I think everyone is fine. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, and also remember to comment. If the language is not is too fast for you, you can also try to tell us. Please feel free and feel at home. Anything you want to learn, you can tell us what you want to do. So let us try to do layers for today, and we see on how we can make layers and see how we can change our walls to look in their own color. We see how we can make doors to be their own color, in their own layer. We also see how windows, they can also be their own layer. So what you're going to do now, shall come and click on layer properties. You double click it, then you come and click here where you find there new layer. You click in new layer. So our new layer, we're going to give it a name. We shall call it wall. Then we shall come and click in color so that we make it different from others. We shall make it yellow. Yellow is a nice color. We shall also come and click here where we found a thing that tells us that we can do a new layer. Also click again. We need a new layer again. Our new layer is going to be a window. Then now our window, we shall give it a color. We shall give it color green. Color green looks nice in windows. Then we shall also come and click here again. So then we need doors, and then doors we shall give it another color. We shall give it color red. Then we shall place OK. So I don't need this layer. Sorry for that. I don't need that layer. There's a layer that I don't need, this layer. So what I do is that the layer that I don't need, I'll right click and then come and delete layer. So here you see the layer has been deleted. So I'll come here and close, or you can try to close it. You can call it close, or you can call it auto hide. I click there, then I auto hide it, or I close it. So then I'll come here and click layer. I choose my doors. So what I will do, I'll come and right click, I highlight that, then I come and click layer, come and make it door. Let us try it again here. Right click, sorry, it is left click. You get the highlight, you highlight it, come and click layer, come and make it door. In our last video we had not made layers, that is why you found our door was white. Maybe let us try again and see if I went fast. I'll Ctrl Z. I told you come, you left click, you highlight it, you come and click layer. Remember we had made our layers. You make layer door. Escape, right click, it is left click, sorry, I have a problem with that. You highlight it, then you make it door. Wow, it looks nice. So here you can see that you can differentiate between the wall and the door. So what we shall do, we also need to draw our windows, and our window size, it will be 1.2. so we shall try escape, but before we escape we shall come and click layers, and we tell Archicad that we are drawing windows. Please let the layer of windows be green. So then we do offset, type in offset. We are offsetting our line of 1.2 meters. So we click on the first line here, and then our line comes. So then you still come and offset it in that this is the size of the what? this is the size of the window. So some lines we don't need, so we shall trim, come to trim this, trim that. Then later on we shall need to pan. Then after drawing that, shall come and offset. Please press escape. Let me first close this one, it is popping again. Offset by 50. I'll come and offset this line by 50, offset that line by 50 also. Then later I'll come and trim things that I don't want, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. So later on, remember we are trying to make a window of 3 sashes. So our window, it will look good if it stays like this, but we need to make it more nicer. So we shall come and offset again by 50. See, it is the dimension is still there. Offset that one by 50. So then I need a small line that will make it look like a window. So I'll come, I want to offset this, I'll need to offset it by 25, and then also offset this by 25. But I need this line to come out, so I'll come and click it, and then click at the extreme end, then stretch it like that. So also come and do the same to this line, click there and stretch it. So after stretching it, there's some lines that I don't want, so I'll try to trim them. I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that, I also don't need this, then I also don't need this. So at the end of the day, you'll find that you have a window that looks nice like that, and that it is and a window that is well balanced. So remember, we are trying to draw a window in its own layer, which is green. So like I had shown you last time, so we shall come, left click, then we highlight. If you left click and you highlight, it means you're highlighting everything. So what we shall do, you come and place shift, you click that line, you also click that line, click that line, then you also click that line. As you're still placing shift, then you also still make that line out. So here when you place shift helps you to click so many lines and click so many points you want. So we shall remove our finger from the shift button, come and click layers, then you click your window. So then there's some line I don't want, so then I'll trim. Remember, I told you we are drawing a window of 3 sashes. So still there, when you zoom well, still have lines that are not green. And remember, our wall is white, is in a white layer, then our window is in a green layer. So we shall still come and place shift, click that line, click that line, click that line, click that line without removing our finger on the shift button. So after you remove after clicking all the lines you want, so then you remove your finger from the shift button, then you come and click on layers and give your layer green, and you make your window look green. So when you try to see well, there's also still some small lines that we didn't click, that we need to make them green. Shall still do the same thing, place shift, by the end of the day you'll find that your window is in color green. I wanted to make also these small lines green, but that one I shall, when I try and make shift, and I try and click shift and click that line and make it green, you'll find that it is taking my wall. And then in the next video I'll try to show you how you break that line and make it small in that it becomes independent alone, and then you can make your window uniform. So what we have done, we shall also try it. So try it and make it in the other doors, in the other windows, sorry. So as I said, so we first delete that line, we don't need it. Come and also click in that line, we don't need it. So this window, this window, it is the same as this window down. So what we shall do a simple thing. Come to draw, then look for the arrow that faces up that has no midpoint, that is called ray. So we shall come and zoom in, click that line, make the line face down, and remember we had placed F8, so it means our line is in ortho. Ortho mode makes you draw lines in 180 and also in 90 degrees. So we shall click outside and then also click escape. So we shall do the same thing for the rest of our lines that we need them to go down. Click that, then draw V-ray. We need that one down, draw V-ray, then we make our line go down. So as I told you, when you want to move your drawing, you pan it. So then there are some lines that I don't need, like these ones. I just draw a small line there, and also these lines also don't need them. I don't need those lines. Also don't need those lines. Also don't need those lines. Oh, there's some lines that I took that I wanted them. Then we shall do Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z the line come back. Make sure that I trim well so they don't go this time. Also trim that. So here you find that when you come to measure, here, then measure, you'll find that the lines you'll be red. What we are from doing is called V-ray. You find that your lines are in the span. The span between them, it is 1.2, and remember our window was 1.2 meters, 1200 millimeters if you're using millimeters, but then me, I'm always convert that with meters, so that is why I always speak my dimensions in meters. That is one simple thing that I've tried to understand, meters mostly. So then here we are playing with offset, we are playing with trim, we are playing with circles, and also playing with lines. So we shall offset it by 50, offset this flat line by 50, also offset that line by 50, and also offset this outside line by 50. Then we shall also need to offset this last line by, and then first remove that, need to offset this line by 25. Then also need to offset this line by 25. Can also offset this in middle line. Just click this in this middle line. Click this middle line, then delete that by also 25. So there are some lines we don't need. Shall trim them. Shall come and trim this. So trim that, and trim that. Then also don't need this line. Also don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. If you're not sure of the lines you don't need, you may zoom out so that you delete well. You don't delete the things you need. Also don't need this. Also don't need that. Then you go ahead and trim. If you have a problem with trimming, I told you, try to comment in our comment section. Then we shall do a video purposely for trimming. So then later on I'll need this line. this line, trim it, I stretch it, then also come and stretch that line. Let me first check on my model if that is the window design that I want. Yes. And I also need to come and stretch this line, stretch it. I'm trying to play with the stretch command in that my viewers you can learn how to stretch. Well, just come and click. Let us go back and see. Just come and click in the line. When your cursor comes and you see that your line is highlighted, click it and then click at the extreme end and stretch. So in my model I see I don't need this line, I don't need that line, I don't need this, I don't need that, and I also don't need that, and I also don't need that, and I also don't need that. In that I also don't need this, and I also don't need that, and I also don't need this, and I also don't need this. At the end of the day, you find that this window, it is the same as this window up, same dimensions and same design. Like as the word told you, if the drawing is not well seen, you pan it. What we shall do, we shall left click those lines like that, then we make them green. What we have not done here that is different, we didn't place the shift command to highlight the line. So what we did, we just clicked outside and moved our cursor to the lines that we want to make green, to the layer that we want to change. Then you click and then you make your window layers green. To those that have understood using the shift command, shall come and place shift, click the line, click the line, click the line, and then click layers and then click window. So you find that our window is now okay and it is green. So we're trying to make windows, so then we need the window in between here. So that in between window, the window is, let me check on my drawing, the window is 3,500 millimeters. So we place escape, then we are offsetting, type offset, click OK, then you're offsetting it by 3,500, that is 3.5 meters. Place OK, come on your wall and then, oh sorry, let us draw it again, offset by 3.5 meters, 3,500 millimeters. We are offsetting this line. My offset is not working. Why? If you have errors like this, please shouldn't be on pressure. This is just a technical error and this is something small. You place escape so many times. Let us offset again and see. We are offsetting, offset, place OK. Our value is still the same. We are offsetting this line to that point. Oh, it is not working. Okay, it is still okay. So what we shall do, let me show you a trick. If you have an error like that, type offset again, place OK. So what we are going to do, we shall offset this line from here. You offset it, the line comes, but we are not so accurate that that is the point that we want.